Hello YouTube. I'm back again with another speculative date. Um, this may not be the rapture, as I hope it is. I pray that it is, but it may not be. So I'm not trying to be a prophet to say this is the date of the rapture. What I'm presenting is a pattern that I've found in the heavens of day counts, of signs, of significant events, and how they all fit together as a pattern that may point towards the rapture. This is just speculation and analysis, and but I'm going to present what I've got here because you'll see that every piece of information I'm going to present is verifiable and true. And I thought I would actually come on and talk you through this one rather than just play some rock and roll music in the background. So onwards and upwards, let's have a look at what I've got here today. Right, we'll start with the tetrad. I'm sure everyone watching this knows about the 2014-2015 tetrad, and the blood moons that we had, and also that the midpoint of the tetrad was January the 5th, 2015, where every lunar and solar eclipse for 10 years in each direction crossed over on that point. I put the chart on the screen for you to see there. But I knew January the 5th 2015 was important, and the fact that there were 176 days between each blood moon. Now the 176 came through again because when we had the Bethlehem conjunction on the 30th of June last year, it was 176 days after the midpoint of the tetrad. And whilst looking into that, I noted that the 176th verse of Genesis is where God shuts the door of Noah's Ark, and the 176th verse of Revelation is where the two witnesses come. And also right in the middle of the Bible at Psalm 119 also had 176 verses. So I googled the number 176 and found that within the Torah the number 176 has a sense of completeness about it, of totality. I thought that was going to be the rapture there. I was quite confident on all of that, but no, I was wrong again. We're still here. So after that, I jumped forward another 176 days and came to the date of the 24th of December 2015. And at the same time was looking into this Lisaleenie angel number 11192, which I found a plaque on my piano, which had the number 11192 on it, and I was sitting there going, oh, that's odd, or God. But I'm not going to go into that on this video, but if you want to have a look at all the way the 11192 confirmed the 24th of the 12th 2015 to me, you can watch my Lisaleenie video. I'll put a link below. So but the rapture still didn't happen. We're still here. Now, I don't know why I didn't do this at the time, because what I've found now, I think is quite staggering. So if you add 176 days to the 24th of December 2015, Lisaleenie's angel date, that takes you to the 17th of June 2016. 17/6/2016. 176. Which was the first thing that piqued my interest. I thought, now that's interesting. It goes to the 17th of June, 176. And then I started adding, looking at other events and seeing if there was any other confirmation that this might be an important date. And I think you'll like what I found. So, right, let's dive in. Yeah, on the 27th of July 1994, comet Shoemaker-Levy hit Jupiter in 21 fragments, and it's regularly thought of as a major event in the solar system. It was a major event in the solar system, and people have wondered if there's any prophetic significance to that. Well, it turns out that from the Shoemaker-Levy hitting Jupiter to the 17th of June 2016 is 8,000 days exactly. It's not 7,992, and it's not the other way, but it's 8,000 days on the dot. And we all know the number 8 is about new beginnings. The next thing I went to look at was when Obama got his Nobel Peace Prize, which happens to be 2,444 days from him getting the Nobel Peace Prize to the 17th of June 2016. 444 being judgment. I mean, I can't account for the extra 2, but it's there anyway. A third significant event, which I thought actually this has probably got some major significance, was the orb that came down over Temple Mount at the beginning of 2011. So if you go from the 28th of January 2011, when the orb came down over Temple Mount, sat there, let out the big flashes and woof, gone, that's 1,967 days. 1967. Same, the same day count that the Jews retook Jerusalem. Moving on, I thought, actually, if there's a count there for 1967, there's probably a count there for 1948 as well, when the Jews went back into Jerusalem. And if you go back 1,948 days from the 17th of June 2016, it takes you to Purim 2011. It's there anyway. So then I went to look at Francis. When was Francis pontificated, the false prophet? Turns out it was 1,192 days ago. 111, well, not the 11192, but 1192. This next piece is the bit that really clinched this for me. Rabbi Kaduri had a prophecy just before he died that when Ariel Sharon died, the Messiah would come. This piece just makes me go, there's something there. So if you go from the 11th of January 2014, when Ariel Sharon died, it's 888 days to the 17th of June 2016. 888. The gematria of Jesus Christ is there from Ariel Sharon's death through to the 17th of June 2016. I also went and looked at when Rabbi Kaduri actually made this prophecy, and he made this prophecy on Yom Kippur 2005. If you go from when he made the prophecy of Yom Kippur 2005, it's 3,928 days. 392, 11192, 392. It's kind of like, and the 8th day is when the new beginning. It's quite easy to find a pattern in that one. So that one's there as well. And the next thing I went to look at was what happened on 444 days. So I went to 444 days before the 17th of June 2016, and what we had there was the triumphant entry date, which I knew was a major sign that I'd seen last year. I'll put a link to this one as well, because it is such a detailed pattern of the signs in the heavens and the day counts and numbers, which pointed to triumphant entry in 2015. This next piece is slightly more personal, I suppose. I've been worshipping God for many years, and having a relationship with Him. But in the middle of January this year, I felt a complete change in the spirit. Whereas I'd known God was there, and I know God's all around us, in the middle of January, I felt the presence of God, right within me. He was here. If you want evidence to back that up, I can send you to a link to a thread on Rapture in the Air now, where I'm just there going, something's happening, something's changing. But I went back to that date when it happened, which was the 17th of January this year. That turns out is 153 days before the 17th of June 2016. 153 being the miraculous catch of fish. It's been one of those numbers which has always been out there. I've been going, why the 153 fish? But it's 153 days. And then the last thing I looked at was the 100 days, because the significance of 100 days is that it's 144,000 minutes. There are 144,000 Jews to be sealed, assuming that's the correct interpretation. And it's also a certain amount of million seconds, which is exactly the same size as the cubic inches of Noah's Ark. So 100 days before 17th of the 6th, 2016, was the last solar eclipse that we had, which was on the 9th of March 2016. So everything seemed just to slot in there. Whether or not it points to the rapture, I don't know. But every single piece of information that I've presented there is verifiable, and you can go and check anything out and you'll find everything stands. Well, we couldn't get to the 17th of June 2016 without going to look and see what is happening in the heavens on that day. And on that day, the sun and Venus, the bright morning star and the sun, is there, right there on the top edge of Orion. Orion, of course, has often represented Jesus in heavenly pictures, or the hunter. So they have that, the sun and Venus in Orion. Mercury there in the eyes of Taurus. I'm not sure what the meaning of that is. And the moon, which often represents the bride, is there again, right in in Libra, and Libra represents the throne room of God, or the throne of God. So if you go from on this whole day from midnight through 24 hours, the moon passes through the throne room. This last bit I'm going to add is just, it's kind of funny. I was looking at, well, what other Bible numbers, what other numbers are really important in the Bible? And I thought the number 40 is really important. The number 40 is really important. 40 days of testing, 40 years in the wilderness. So I went back 40 days from the 17th of the 6th, 2016, and that took me to the 8th of May 2016, which is my 50th birthday. Now, there's probably nothing in that, just made me go, oh, that's an interesting one. But, have we got 40 days? Have we got 40 days? Why my 50th birthday? I don't know. There's probably nothing in that at all. I just thought I'd add it in because it kind of a little bit of humour on the end. But yeah, I'm going to be 50 on Sunday, and that could potentially be 40 days. Well, 40 days before whatever the culmination of this event is. If there's no event, it's just a nice pattern in the heavens and on the earth. But I'm just presenting it to you as something which I see as quite divine and beyond anything I'm sort of manipulating to try and make some meaning in it. So that's it. If I'm right, then you need to put your faith and trust in Jesus, because Jesus is the King of Kings. He is the Lord of Lords, and he is ruler of heaven and earth. He's maker of heaven and earth. And he's very real, and he's very alive, and he is coming back. Put your faith and trust in Jesus, because there is no other. He died on the cross for us. He paid the price for our sin, that we might have a relationship with the living God again. What can I say? The gospel of Jesus Christ is the truth. The Bible is truth. Amen. Thank you for listening. I hope you're blessed by what I've presented today, and watch this space. Who knows? Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Cheers.